Good morning. This is Carrie from Stamp with CT. If you're watching this part of the video, you're catching the replay. I'd love it if you would type in replay just to let me know you were here. Glad you're here. And then if you're able to watch live, thanks for being here. There we go. I see a friend popping up now. Welcome. We're having some technical difficulties, or I think Facebook may be having some technical difficulties today. It just would not cooperate when I tried to go live. So this is our third try. So third time is the charm, right? So if you're joining me live, please say hello. Let me know how you're doing. Good morning, Donna. Thank you so much for your message. I appreciate your help. I'm still not sure that everything is working exactly like I want it to, but at least it looks like I've finally been able to go live. Okay, thanks so much for your help, Donna. I appreciate that. Well, we're running a little bit late, but I still promise that I have a cute little project for you. It's very straightforward, easy little project, and you can use some smaller pieces of designer series paper. Okay, I can't quite see your comment, but I really appreciate your help. Of course, you know I have an appointment to be at this morning, so that, that's the way things go. Have trouble when I need to get done on time, but we'll work with it. Okay, I did look up someone for our prize drawing, and I do have a prize for again today that we'll be giving away next week. But Denise Mendez, if you are watching, you are the winner of the Stampin' Dimensionals from last week's video. So Denise was entered for a chance to win just by leaving a comment, so you can do that this week as well, and I'll show you that prize. Well, maybe just go ahead and do it. Let's go ahead and do it while we're talking about prizes. So I found some of the metallic pearls in my prize stash. They're really fun, silver and gold. So that is our prize for this week. So if you leave a comment, if you share this video, that will automatically enter you for a chance to win. And I appreciate all the feedback and the comments. That really helps me kind of know what you like and which direction to go when I'm preparing things for to show you on Facebook Live. First up, let me just tell you that this awesome paper pumpkin kit, it includes 4 free stencils. Today is the deadline to subscribe if you're not a paper pumpkin subscriber. So just wanted to show you that right quick. And then we're starting out a little bit differently. The beautiful annual catalog from Stampin' Up! Is going to be retiring soon. So I know, like Donna has been a Stampin' Up! Customer for many years, and then there may be some of you that are just new to Stampin' Up! So I want to tell you that Stampin' Up! Is changing the catalog, how would you even say it? They're like the catalog calendar. Our annual catalog is going to be releasing the new one in May, the very beginning of May, rather than June. So the retirement list from our current annual catalog, will be announced March the 24th. So I will keep you updated as far as when that comes out, but I know that some in colors, the 2019 to 2021 in colors, which I have here on my desk, they will be retiring, and I knocked all the re-inkers over. They'll be retiring, so we know that, and then a lot of other products will retire as well, and I don't have any insight into what those are at this time, but I do know that these in colors will be retiring. So what does that mean for you? I think if you want any cardstock, ribbon, embellishments, the re-inkers, now's the time to go ahead and purchase those so you don't miss out, because once that retirement list is announced, these items just fly right out of the store. And historically, Stampin' Up! Has not discounted those items, so you're safe in going ahead and getting those items now so that you don't miss out. So that means the beautiful cardstock. Here's the ink pads, the re-inkers. If you're not familiar with these, it's ink in a bottle that you're able to apply to your ink pad. That extends the life of your ink pad. So I recommend getting a re-inker when you purchase an ink pad. If you haven't done that, you can always go back and pick up the re-inkers. They're inexpensive. There's tons of ink in these bottles, so they really do extend the life of your ink pad. Okay, enough of those housekeeping things. Let me kind of clear things out and we'll get to crafting, our favorite part. I have lots of samples to show you today. Let me show you the product first. So we are using the Ive Cream Corner Suite today. Here's the Designer Series paper. It does come in a 12 by 12. It's really cute, and Oliver's outside barking. Sorry, y'all. Isn't that cute? Such fun colors, such cute paper. And then there's also some gorgeous Blackberry Bliss ribbon, and it's a striped sheer ribbon. It's lots of fun. And we're not actually going to be using that today, but I am doing a stamp class on the 20th in my CT's Craft and Connect group, and this is the suite that I'm featuring in that stamp class. So you'll be seeing it again. So this is the Ice Cream Builder Punch, and then also the super cute stamp set. It has popsicles and ice cream cones. Lots and lots of fun images there. Let me find a place to set that down. And I'm trying to think, oh, here's the other thing in that suite. Sprinkles, because you have to have sprinkles for your ice cream, right? So fun for shaker cards. Now I'm ready to show you some samples. I have several samples for today. So this has a beautiful happy birthday font and just a super cute triple scoop of ice cream in a waffle cone. Isn't that darling? And then the next one really features the Designer Series paper with that same happy birthday sentiment. I love this cone Designer Series paper. So cute. This is a sweet card. This is actually using the Snail Mail Designer Series paper, and this was a swap card that I received. Isn't that neat? She actually embossed this piece of early espresso as well. Such a cute card. And again, a couple scoops of ice cream, chocolate, vanilla, and strawberry. What's your favorite ice cream? I love chocolate. I love chocolate anything, but tell me what your favorite ice cream flavor is. And then one last sample before we jump into our project. Isn't that precious? I love it. So I have, like I said, a very easy project today. We are going to start with a pool party card base, and it is 11 inches by 4 1/4. And it's scored at 5 1/2. We're mixing it up a little bit today, you guys. Sorry about Oliver barking. Let's just burnish that score line. And we can go ahead and put our inside panel, basic white here. So this is 5 1/4 by 4. It's super windy here today. I can hear that wind out there. That may be what he's barking at too. Okay, we'll get that lined up. Now you could certainly stamp on the inside. I have another little embellishment I'll show you in a minute we may put on the inside. We'll see. Then I have a couple of pieces of the Designer Series paper. Super cute little ice cream that's got sprinkles on the back. And here is that cone pattern with the different ice creams. So we're just going to put these pieces on the front excuse me, of our card base. Like I said, it's a super easy layout. And these pieces, I'm going to stop and think, are 4 by like 2 1/2 and then 4 by 3. I'll put the measurements up later when I get back from my appointment. Super simple. I taught a class recently that I used this layout, and people mentioned the fact that I overlap the designer series paper. I just like the way the seam looks better instead of bumping those together. Totally up to you. You could save a little bit of designer series paper if you don't do it that way, but I just like the look of that. We'll go ahead and adhere this on. Get everything lined up nicely. So you still have that little line there. But especially if you're using a sheer ribbon, which of course we're not today, but if you're using a sheer ribbon, I like to overlap the designer series paper a little bit. I just think it looks better. But you can do it any way you want. So when I was cutting the paper, I had this tiny little strip. Thought, wouldn't that be fun to put the sprinkles in between there? So we'll put that little strip on. I love using up those little bits of paper just to add another little element to it. And we've gotten really, really good, you guys, at using our scraps. We don't have a lot of scraps left anymore, do we? That's like our superpower. And because we produce so many, it's great to have lots of ways to use up scraps. Now, I did go ahead and stamp our sentiment ahead of time this morning, and that really is just was a time-saving measure, and I'm really glad I did after the problem that I had. So this little You Melt My Heart, I think, is so sweet, and I went ahead and used Cinnamon Cider Ink to do that. So let's get a dimensional, and we'll give a couple layers of dimension here. Hope you can see I had a boo-boo on the back. If you stamp and you don't get things lined up, flip that paper over and utilize both sides. Sometimes I will run some cardstock through my printer and it doesn't work just right, and so I save that paper so that I can stamp off if I need to. Just really utilizing our supplies. I think that's important. We're going to go ahead and pop this up as well. So thanks so much for being patient with me and with Facebook this morning. I appreciate you guys so much. And we just go with the flow, don't we? When I first started doing Facebook Lives, all those little glitches would really throw me for a loop. But anymore, we just take it as it comes. Now, I'm going to bring a couple little ice cream cones in that were fussy cut. And I hope that if I move them a bit, the camera will pick up that there's some shiny spots on the ice cream. So what I used was fine tip glue, which is a Stampin' Up! Product. I'll show you all the different ones. And it's so fun just to add a little bit of shine, especially to something like an ice cream cone, and it makes your own embellishment. So let's decide which of these ice cream cones we want on our card, or we may even use a couple. We'll see. That one would be fun. I really like this one. I think that's Bermuda Bay in that cone. So I thought that would be a fun little embellishment that we could add. And then I also went ahead and made a little messy bow ahead of time. So that's just kind of where I was going with this. I didn't make a prototype. I just thought we'll just kind of create a little bit on the fly with a few things prepped ahead of time. Let's go ahead and add this little bow. If I can get down to my glue dots, I'm going to scrunch it up just a little bit with my nail. And then we will put this little bow. This is just some linen thread. This comes on a roll. I think I have it out. Comes on a roll now, which I love, rather than it being on a card and there being little kinks in it. But it comes on a roll. It is very inexpensive, and it is such a fun accent to so many different types of projects. So let's put this, I think we're going to do that right about there, right at the edge of our sentiment. And then Oh, I hope that shows up on camera. It's just so cute. But don't forget about your fine tip glue. That can really add some dimension and some fun. And I've got lots of ideas for my stamp class. It's actually all ready to go. All of the projects are designed and prepped and ready to go for you. So I hope you'll join me on the 20th for stamp class. Okay, let me know what you think. There's our project for today. And we could actually, let's do it. Let's take one of these other little ice creams. Let's go with this, and I think that makes a super cute little card. Okay, you guys, thanks so much for joining me. I hope you had some fun crafting and connecting this morning. Thanks for being patient, and hopefully I will see you back next week and everything will go off without a hitch, but we'll just keep our fingers crossed on that. Thanks so much.